Good morning everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. So as you can see, it is the day after that we were scheduled to get that storm. We didn't get as much as they said we were going to get, which is good. But it did rain like they said it was going to after it snowed, so it's very icy out there. It was quite a hairy drive in because it is extremely icy. But the temperature did warm up a little more than they said it was supposed to. It's about 25 right now, and it's supposed to get actually just a little bit above freezing today, like 36 or something like that. So that's good. However, the cows are not going out today because the pad is extremely icy. And we don't really like to let them into the freestall and not out on the pad because they can get pretty mean with each other if they're just kind of stuck in the freestall alone. And some of them are old, so if they get pushing each other and knocking each other down, that's not good. So we're going to wait until that ice melts, probably tomorrow, to let them out on the pad because it is supposed to be sunny the next few days, so it should melt some of that ice away and then they can go out. Right now they're eating their breakfast, I guess you'd say. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but they are eating their breakfast. I have another 2 green feed bales on either side. Last night we fed them our first dry bale and they really enjoyed that. They ate it right up. I was kind of surprised because I thought maybe they wouldn't really want a dry bale after they've had baleage and green feed. I thought they would kind of look at it like, no way, we're going to eat that. But they really enjoyed it, so that's really good for them to have some of that roughage. And this morning we've got that protein on top of it, so that's good. Today we are going to be trying to fix that spot in the corner that I've been telling you guys about. We're going to work on that. Some of the things we've been doing, we put the doors on the Kubota the other day. Somebody had been asking me in a video like why I didn't have doors. It does have doors, but we take them off in the summer because the Kubota doesn't really have, it has air conditioning, but the can needs to be charged and the fan doesn't really work quite like it should. And we're not really sure how to fix that. I don't know if you have to take the whole top off because it kind of looks like you have to take the whole top off the cab to get to that. So instead of doing that, we just pop the doors out because honestly you don't really need air conditioning, but like half a month here in Maine, like August can be pretty hot, but other than that you don't really need it. So we just pop the doors out of it and put them back in. One of them is that fake type glass. What the heck do you call that? Hang on. Okay, so I literally just had to Google what it was. It's plexiglass. I knew that's what it was, but I could not remember the name of it, and that's so sad. I haven't been getting enough sleep with this cold. So, plexiglass. One side is plexiglass, but the other side is the original cab door. The reason one side is plexiglass, it's the passenger side, I guess you would call it. It's not the side you get in. I don't know if you... I'm going to call it the driver's side and the passenger side. So it's the passenger side that is broken. It was open one day and it got run into a bale and just shattered it. So Brent was going to replace it, but then he called the dealership and it was like $700, and that was quite a few years ago, so it's probably like $1,000 now. But he was like, no, we'll just put the plexiglass in it that doesn't stain. And we just screw that in there. We pre-drilled some holes for it, and that works really good. You could just pop it in there really easy, take it out really easy if you want. Brent just came out with coffee. So another thing that we're going to be doing today is we're going to be testing out our generator. We have a 25 kW generator. It runs off the PTO of a tractor. It's hooked up to this box that switches over from the generator power and shuts off the line power. It stays right next to the barn and you just hook it up to the tractor and you're good to go. But a couple years ago we had a big problem with it, and it turns out it was like the voltage regulator on it was gone. So we got that fixed, but we haven't used it since because we haven't gotten a chance to. Which is kind of surprising because we're in a really rural area, and if we lose power, we're like the last on their list to worry about getting it back. We lost it a couple years ago for 5 days, and that was actually when we had trouble with the generator. It got, I don't know if they called it like a brownout or something, but it was only running on like one side, and it ruined a whole bunch of stuff in the milk room. It was like $3,000 worth of damage. So we finally got that fixed. It took a lot to get it fixed because nobody really knew what was wrong with it. So we have got that fixed, now I have to use it. It doesn't run everything in the barn, but it can run like, it can't run the milk pump and the barn cleaner at the same time, but it can run them like individually. So we just need to make sure that's working because I have a feeling like we're going to probably lose power this year. So we're going to try to start that up today and see that it's working properly, so fingers crossed because we've had a really hard time with that. But I've got to go have coffee and then milk the girls, and then I'll get back to you guys when we get into our day. So. Okay guys, so we just finished milking. I got the cows bedded. A lot of them are laying down, some are still standing. They finished like 90% of their feed. And now we're going to start working on that corner down there that we're going to box in. I got to get away from the fan so I can talk to you guys. We got to get all of our tools ready. We're going to have the drill, a bow saw. We don't really need the skill saw down there because we only got like 2 boards to cut. So We'll grab that and the drill and some screws. Patty's like, what? What a weirdo. So yeah, we're gonna work on that and then we're gonna test out the generator. And that's been really freaking me out because I just really hope it works, because it's not that losing the power is a big deal because we can't milk the cows, because it's not really a big deal. We can skip a milking if we have to. They're not super high producing cows, so it won't hurt them to skip a milking. But it's more the fact that the airflow in the barn is gone, like there's no fans going anymore, so it becomes extremely hot in the barn, but it's extremely cold outside, and it just creates like the perfect environment for pneumonia. And it really freaks me out that we're gonna lose the power and the generator's not gonna work. But we will see. There's no need getting excited because I don't even know if it's gonna work yet. And yeah, that's what we're basically planning on doing today. And then we will get out of the cow's hair so they can make milk, right girl? Yeah, let's get into that. Brett just turned the lights on, so. And I will get back to you when we get a game plan.
Okay. Yeah. You only need a couple. Would be.
You hooked one right.
We can put it right here.
You guys are terrible carpenters. I don't know how in the world this barn stays standing. Honestly, I think she's right. Okay, so we got it finished, and I'm standing inside our little boxed-in area. You can see it's very rudimentary. There's a hole over there that we didn't notice before we cut all this stuff. And it's very dirty, so ignore that, but we're just hoping that this will keep it a little bit warmer in here. Honestly, it's actually a little bit warmer in here already than it is out there, so I think it's going to work pretty good. We left this corner open so you can just kind of come out. And then you can kind of tuck it back in there. You gotta clean up here, obviously. But yeah, hopefully it keeps it a lot warmer. This stuff is actually just, it's like a very fibrous type. It's not tarp. It kind of feels like plasticky. I don't know. It's actually pretty sharp if you like. I'll show you over here. Like, see these little, like, see how like fibrous it is? And those little things that come off it are actually pretty sharp. Brent actually got it from a guy who worked at a paper mill, and they gave him this. I don't know what they used it for, but it's pretty nice stuff. We actually, if you've ever noticed that the mowing machine has that stuff, on the bottom of it, we replaced the skirting because it was all just like cut up and it was sucking it in and cutting more off every day, so we just cut it all off, and we measured it and we put this stuff on. And that stuff is really good. It's been on there for about a year now. We've shot knives and rocks at it, and it just kind of bounces off in it, so that stuff is really tough. So yeah, hopefully that keeps it a lot warmer in here. I mean, it doesn't look very good, but hopefully it keeps it warmer. So now we're headed out to try the generator. So there she is, got the tarp on it still. So we'll drag that off. So he's just gonna hook the Kubota up to it, and this right here, this switch right here flips the line from the generator. Right now it's on line, so you flip it down and it will be on the generator. And so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Fingers crossed. Just the pump, not the... so it doesn't get frozen and we have a hard time getting it on. Okay, so I'm in my truck getting ready to head home and have some lunch. It is currently almost 12 o'clock. As you guys saw, the generator worked really good. We tried the manure pump on it and all of the lights, and the lights weren't flickering like they were back when it wasn't working. And everything seemed to be running perfect, so that is great news. Get that corner all closed in. So we got a couple things done today, and now we're just going to let the girls rest, and I will be back for nighttime milking at 4 o'clock. And we'll get the girls milked, and then we'll be done for another day. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all your support. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and like and comment down below and share. And I really hope you guys enjoy watching these videos as much as I enjoy making them for you guys. So just thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!